Hello and welcome to News Update today, reaching from AFRICUNIA Television Studio, Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Deborah Ezeh. Many thanks for joining me. Our news update today will begin from the African scene in Burkina Faso, where Junta leader Lieutenant Colonel Paul Henri Sanda Ogodobima was sworn in as president Wednesday, less than a month after Moutina soldiers seized control of the West African country in a coup. The ceremony, not open to the general public, was held at the Constitutional Court. The Meba seized power, promising to secure the war-torn country from growing violence linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State group fighters that have killed thousands and displaced more than 1.5 million people. In a televised ceremony, the Meba swore an oath before the country's top constitutional body to preserve, respect, uphold, and defend the Constitution. And now in South Africa, the court has dismissed former President Jacob Zuma's attempt to remove the prosecutor from his upcoming corruption trial. Zuma's lawyer sought to appeal an earlier ruling that rejected his efforts to have the prosecutor taken off his corruption case. The application was dismissed Wednesday by Pieter Maritzburg High Court judge on the ground that Zuma's attempt to remove the prosecutor lacked reasonable prospects of success. The efforts to have Downer removed have delayed the start of Zuma's corruption trial, which is now scheduled to begin on April 11th. And now we head to Nigeria, where Chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Downstream, Abdullahi Mahmood Gaya, yesterday summoned officials of oil firm allegedly responsible for supply of adulterated fuel into the country. Gaya, who made this known during an investigative hearing on importation of adulterated premium multi-spirit petrol in Abuja, said it was incumbent on officials of the firms to explain their roles in the matter. He reiterated the resolve of the House to probe for solutions to challenges of fuel supply in the country. Meanwhile, People's Democratic Party (PDP) has warned the All Progressive Congress APC-led administration against its continued insensitivity to the feelings of the people. The opposition party said Nigerians are gradually being pushed to take to the streets against increasing hardship and unbearable conditions, particularly in the face of alleged attempts to shield APC leaders behind the importation of fuel or toxic fuel into the country. And still in Nigeria, the Minister of Education Adamu has expressed surprise over the 1-month industrial action embarked upon the Academic Staff Union of Universities on Monday. This is, as he said, if after several negotiations between ASUU and federal government, they have not reached a truce, then the fault is no longer the government. Adamu said this on Wednesday while fielding questions from State House correspondents shortly after the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting. The minister said that ASUU decision came adroitly amidst ongoing negotiations. And now we head to the foreign scene, where the Hong Kong government plans to make up 10,000 hotel rooms available for COVID-19 patients as the city battles a surge in cases, and local media reported the government will make testing compulsory from March. Chief Executive Carrie Lam renewed an appeal for support from the global financial hub 7.5 million people, many of whom are fatigued by some of the world's most stringent restrictions, even as most other major cities adjust to living with the virus. Daily infections have surged by more than 40 times since the start of February, and authorities have shut schools, gyms, cinemas, and most public venues. Also, many offices' employees have reverted to working from home. And in Ukraine, Russian-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine accused government forces on Thursday of opening fire on their territory 4 times in the past 24 hours, and said they were trying to establish if anyone had been hurt or killed. It was not immediately clear how serious the incidents were, and there were no immediate reaction from the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, which has been monitoring the situation in eastern Ukraine, but has put out some of its monitors in recent days. Ukraine military denied the separatist accusations that government troops had attacked, saying it was the rebels who shelled the Ukrainian military. And still on the foreign scene, the EU will welcome more than 40 African leaders to Brussels on Thursday in an effort to reassert its influence on a continent where China and Russia have hefty investment inroads and where many felt let down by the Europe's COVID-19 vaccine rollout. The European Union will offer several packages of support at the summit to bolster health, education and stability in Africa, and will pledge half of the new €300 billion investment drive launched to revive China's Belt and Road Initiative. The EU's Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell said ahead of the two-day meeting, postponed from 2020 because of the pandemic, that the two continents were closely interlinked. And now onto the sports scene. Judging Club says Liverpool's Champions League tie against Inter Milan is only at half-time after a 2-0 win at the San Siro, and revealed an injury concern for Diogo Jota. Liverpool faced a tough trip to Italy in first leg of their last 16 match, but late goals from Roberto Firmino and Mohamed Salah saw them take control of the tie. As club admits himself, it was not Liverpool's best performance as Inter Milan tested them throughout, but the visitors' European experience won through late on. And finally, members of the Nigeria Football Federation NFF Technical Committee Sadi has advised home-based players to seek ways of developing themselves for the Super Eagles. Dairo said at the weekend that he recently left the venue of a Nigerian Professional Football League (NPFL) unhappy because of the abysmal football on display. The former Eagles midfielder advised players in the NPFL to work hard to improve their game and not depending solely on their coach's input. And that's all from us on News Update today. Follow all our social media platforms and join Team Pangram, Instagram and Facebook respectively to stay up to date to our news and other programs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and leave a comment for us on the comment section. My name is Deborah Ezeh. Many thanks for watching.